The IFERP organizing an amazing international conference on advanced engineering science and management on November 28-29 respectively, through ICAESM 2021 conference. You interact with world-renowned speakers. You can take part in brainstorming sessions for technical issues. Get unique access to cutting-edge research concepts and new ideas. Precious featuring of conventional paper presentations and tonic speeches by outstanding speakers who focuses on related state-of-the-art technologies in ICAESM 2021.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, who is going to talk us about Kaizen theory in operations management. Dr. Meenakshi Sharma. She is an associate dean at Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology at Greater Noida, UP. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. We can start with today's presentation. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I'm going to share my topic, Kaizen theory in operations management. Before I start the Kaizen theory, I'll give you just brief introduction of operations management. Operations management is the part of production management. The basic objective of operations management is increase the productivity, improve the quality, and minimize the waste in our production or manufacturing units. So the word Kaizen is the combination between two words, Kai, that means change, and Zen, that means goods. So change for good is the conclusion of Kaizen theory. Kaizen theory is developed by Masaki Amai. According to Kaizen theory, Kaizen is small incremental change for improving productivity and minimize the waste. According to Kaizen, it's a continuous process. So if we will go for continuous basis, we can improve our productivity, we can enhance our quality, and we can minimize the wastage in our production. Kaizen is everyone, every day, everywhere. So next, come to the next one, methodology of Kaizen. So first one, finding out the pain area. What's the pain area? According to Masaki Amai, pain area, that means every production unit wants to improve the productivity, enhance the quality of product, and minimize the waste. If we will do all that, so in short, if our production will be increased, our quality will be increased, so automatically our sale will be increased. If our sale will be increased, so that means automatically our revenue or profit or wealth will be increased. So first one is finding out the pain area, analysis on that pain. So then consider 4M and 3Ms. 4M, that means man, human resources we are going to use in our production. Which type of second M is machine. Which type of machine, tools we are going to use in our production unit. Material and method, that means techniques of product. 3M. 3M, again, it's a very important topic of operations management. 3M, that means Mura, Muri, and Muda. So one by one we will discuss 3M. First M. First time, that means muda. Muda means waste. So if we will eliminate or minimize waste in our production units, so we will improve the quality, we will improve the productivity. So muda refers to any activity does not add value. We have to eliminate or minimize this type of activity. Muda means wastefulness and useless, which is contradicting value addition. Two types of muda in Kaizen theory. First muda includes non-value added. So we have already discussed non-value added. We have to minimize or eliminate non-value added activity. In first type of muda, includes non-value added activity, but they are necessary for the end customer. They are necessary for the production. For example, inspection, safety, these type of activities are non-value added activity, but these type of activities are necessary for the end customer or production. So type 1 muda, we can minimize. If we will go for minimize in production, our productivity will be increased. Second type of muda includes non-value added activity, but they are unnecessary for the customer. So we have to eliminate all these type of activity. If production, we want to produce good production, we want to enhance our quality, we have to eliminate these type of activity in our production unit. For example, long setup time, unstable schedule, poor housekeeping. Next one is mura. It's a second one. Mura means unevenness, non-uniformity and irregularity. So the irregularity in production can result in lost product, and it's a just wasting of time. For example, in a manufacturing line, product need to pass through several workstations during the assembly process. When the capacity of one station is greater than the other station, you will see an accumulation of waste in the form of overproduction and waiting. So if we want to increase our productivity or quality, we have to minimize other mura. Mura can be avoided through just-in-time and other pull-based strategies. These are the types of strategies of mura. In next video, we will discuss just-in-time and other pull-based strategies. The third M is Muri. Muri means overburden. So no one can do the work beyond his or her power. Muri means overburden, beyond power work, excessiveness, impossible, unreasonable activity. Muri also exists when machine or operator are utilized for more than 100% capacity to complete a task or in unsustainable way. See the picture. It's a just example of 3 M's. Muri, that means overburden. Mura, it's a unevenness. That means if we are to do any activity of uneven or overburden, that means we are wasting our resources, our manpower, our time, and our motion. So muda, that means waste. The next topic is implement of Kaizen. How can we implement Kaizen in our manufacturing unit? First one, find the problems. Think about that problems, do planning according to the problems, implement activity according to your plan, time to time check also all the process, all the planning, all the activity going on right or wrong. You have to finalize your standards. If you will get all production in according to your standard, again set the target and involve all the activities. The most important topic is Kaizen, 10 golden rules of Kaizen. First one, don't try to justify past. Challenge fixed ideas. That means you have to fix your goal. If you incurred any mistake in past, learn a lesson and manage your plan according to your new target. Second one, think positive. How things can be done. Think positive. You have to think positive. You have to plan according to your goal with critical analysis also. For example, if your target is produce 100 units in a day, so plan accordingly. In your plan, it should be mentioned if any barriers or hurdles will arise, how can you will handle. Third one, use data, not the pet theory. So we know that change in the rule of nature, plan according to environment. Use wisdom, not money. You have to focus on your goal. If you will achieve your goal, so monetary wealth automatically will be generate. Work smart, not harder. Set your standards, sets your goal, and your planning should be based on your standards. Correct failure immediately. Failure immediately. That means if any failure occurs, you have to plan accordingly. Lead by example. Be ideal for others. If you want to encourage that to others, so start from yourself. Make team, involve people. If you want to achieve your goal within a specific time, make team, and your team should be cross-functional team. Cross-functional team, that means one person from finance, one person from marketing, one person from production, one person from quality. Your team should be cross-functional team. Next one is identify root cause. You have to check your goal, you have to check your planning time to time. Next one is benefits of Kaizen. After the implementation of Kaizen, you have to see कि Kaizen reduce waste like inventory waste, time waste, motion waste. Kaizen improves space utilization, project quality. Through Kaizen, we can get higher employee morale. We will see job retention will be comparatively less. Job satisfaction also arise in organization. Kaizen helps you minimize the waste, turn problems into profit, constantly change for better. See the example of Kaizen, before Kaizen and after Kaizen. It's an example of library does not know where head one return the books. But after implementation of Kaizen, immediately return to the book in original position. Why? Because there is mark on it. See the difference after Kaizen and before Kaizen. The one more example, before Kaizen and after Kaizen. In company, forget to turn air condition off, but after, because why? Because cannot confirm with eyes AC is going on or not. But after implementation of Kaizen, attach the ribbon to the airlet, everyone can check, can confirm with the eyes. One more example, before Kaizen, the production unit was very messy, but after the implementation of Kaizen, everything should be in a proper order. That's all about Kaizen theory. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable inputs that were presented in the guest lecture.
For receiving regular updates, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn the notification on.